Hello, this is my evaluation for creating drama text of HND Year 1 Acting and Performance at NESCOL. My name is Daniel Lawson, and the first thing I shall be talking about was how I went around writing my script. Well, I first thought of what my storyline would be and how it would go from start, middle, and end. And then I thought of what style I wanted it to be. If I wanted it to be a serious play, if I wanted it to be a comedy, if I wanted it to be a tragedy. And then I also thought about the characters, what their role in the play would be, and how they would contribute to the actual play. I also thought about my setting and all different aspects that would work in the image of the whole play. The next point I shall talk about is define the aim of the play in terms of who your audience was intended to be. Well, I intended for the audience to be middle-aged to late teenagers, as there is swearing in the play along with some dark humor and dark subjects that I do not feel are appropriate for younger ages. So it's a lot of adult humor, so I feel that older audience members are needed. The next point is describe how you wanted your play to affect the audience. As it was a comedy, I wanted it to make the audience laugh, but also I wanted them to think, because within the play there is points of don't judge a book by its cover, as one of the characters is an elderly man and looks like a sweet old man who has done nothing wrong, and then another character is a rebellious teenager who's all against rebellion and all with rebellion and everything like that. But within the play, we find out that the old elderly man is actually a horrible person who committed so many crimes, and the teenager was someone who just wanted to express themselves. So I want the audience to understand that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover and judge it on its contents and what that person is. The next point I shall talk about is the staging that I wanted the play to be set in. I personally imagined it in a black box theatre, so very simple, black walls, nothing too eye-catching, and also simple staging, as I wanted it to be two seats in the center stage and then a desk with a chair behind it, which was upstage right. And I wanted it to be simple, to not draw audience away from the story and what the actors are actually saying, and keep them enticed on what the actors are actually doing, instead of the set. Next, I shall talk about the challenges that I set myself when writing the play. I normally don't write scripts, so that was something new for myself. I also haven't written a comedy, so I wanted to try and put comedic factors in it, which I felt was challenging at times, and in the end I do feel I put that in the script. I also had the challenge of keeping it in the time limit, and also minding the space that I wanted to work with. So having to keep in thought of it being in a black box theatre, that it was in a theatre, so I can do anything too extravagant or have sets that you can make in a theatre, and so on. And this is the evaluation on creating drama text on my script, arriving in limbo.